Welcome everyone. In most of our videos we discuss very specific topics, questions and answers, things you will be asked on your exam, Barber, Cosmetology, Aesthetics, or nail technicians. But today I want to talk about something a little bit different. Today I'm going to talk about the exam itself. And make no doubt about it, the exam is tough. Those of you who haven't taken it yet probably don't really realize how tough it is. And those of you who've taken it multiple times, and the national average seems to be 4 times, realize how tough it is, and you're going to understand the things I'm saying. For those of you who are new to the exam, have no prior experience, listen up, because here it comes, the things you really need to know. How tough is the exam? Well, the national pass rate for cosmetology is 55%. Looked at another way, that means 45% fail every day. Approximately half the country fails every day. The national pass rate for barbers is about 35%. Viewed another way, that means 65% fail. That means 2 out of 3 barbers will fail across the country every day. That's an insanely high failure rate after you spent thousands of dollars in school and the best part of a year of your life. How can half the country be failing every day? Now, I know some of you don't believe those statistics, and really, why should you, okay? I'm a guy on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, wherever you're watching this. Why should you believe what I say? I don't believe everything I see on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. Here's why you should believe what I'm telling you. My numbers come from the Department of Education. The Department of Education provides financial aid, and the vast majority of students in cosmetology barber school are getting financial aid. The Department of Education keeps very close track of their money, and by that I mean pass rates. So when they tell you half the country fails every day, you can believe these numbers. Now, some states have a very high pass rate. For example, Utah comes to mind. Some states have a very low pass rate. For example, California comes to mind. Now, some people will tell you that the low pass rates are the result of many students who don't speak English as their primary language. As a school director and owner for decades, I understand that many students don't speak English as their primary language. However, California, we're going to use as an example because California has such a bad pass rate. California offers the test in 5 languages. There's English, there's Spanish, there's Tagalog, there's Vietnamese. So clearly, not speaking English as your first language is not the actual problem. So what is the problem? Well, let me see. Students will say the teachers don't teach me anything. We have substitute teachers, we didn't have a teacher. One student told me the receptionist taught their class for 2 weeks while the teacher was on vacation. Students will say the teacher doesn't teach me anything. Teachers will say the students don't learn because they come to school high. I know for a fact this is true. They're on their phones playing and talking. I know for a fact that is true. They're in the back of the room laughing with their friends. I know for a fact that is true. Directors and owners simply say, give us your money. And I know that's also true. I know these things because I've been in all these positions. I was a student, I was an instructor, I was a director, I was an owner. So there's plenty of blame to go around. Now, there's some other issues. There's the books themselves. Okay? For example, this book contradicts this book. And this book contradicts this book. And this book contradicts itself at least 3 times. Pages 558, 559, 658, 814, and 828. There it is. 5 contradictions in one textbook. So what is the right answer? And then if you think to yourself it could hardly get worse, well, wait, it does. There's PSI. Now, PSI is a testing company. You go into their office, you sit down in front of a computer screen, you take their test. There are others. PSI is the largest. Another one is Pearson VUE, and a couple of smaller ones. Many of the larger states in our country have now totally turned over the test to PSI. Not only does PSI administer the test, they actually write the test. Now, I have in my office all of PSI's test questions, which I paid for. That makes them mine. Okay? I also speak to students all the time, okay, who tell us things like this. I took the test, it was PSI. There were many questions on the test with no right answer. There were many questions on the test with multiple right answers. There were many questions on the test when I don't even know what the question was. There were clearly words missing. Now, I believe these people for this simple reason. A, I have all these questions in my office and I've seen all these things. I've seen study questions with multiple right answers. I've seen study questions with no right answer. I've also seen study questions with words clearly missing. So what is the question? Now, also, because all we do is sell material to pass your state board exam, I understand that it's important to keep up with the tests, okay, with the questions that are being asked. And to do that, we send people, I guess you could call them ringers, people who go into the test, they don't care if they pass or fail. In fact, they hope they fail so they can go back and take it again, because once you pass, you're done, right? If your job, if your hope in life is to get your license, you want to pass. But if your job is to learn what's on the test, you actually want to fail so you can go back several times and memorize questions. And that's what we do. That's how we know all the questions on the test. Not to mention the thousands of students here who call us and tell us, I studied your material, I passed the test, here's the questions they asked me. We know what's on the test. We have all the PSI materials in our office. We know the things that are wrong, the things with multiple answers, the things with no answer at all. Now, we've talked about the problems, the contradictory statements in the textbooks, the PSI question issues, the fact that teachers, some people say don't teach, the fact that some students simply don't want to learn. Those are the problems. We can identify problems until icicles hang in Hades. Okay, it won't make any difference. You want to pass your test. So what you need is solutions. Enough with the problems, you need the solutions. And as I said a moment ago, we offer all the questions and answers. It's a very simple spiral-bound book. It comes in the mail. It's not a textbook like in school. It's nothing but questions and answers. It's very state-specific: Barber, Cosmetology, Aesthetics, Nail Technology. For Barber and Cosmetology, there's about 800 questions with the answers. People go, oh my God, 800 questions, that's too much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's how many questions are in the State Board's test bank, or in most cases, PSI's test bank. They're going to pull randomly, just like a lottery. You have no idea what questions you're going to get. People call us all the time and they say things like, I took my test and I failed by 2 points. I went back and took it and failed by 8 points. I went back again and failed by 11 points. I'm getting dumber. No, it's like lottery numbers. Knowing last week's lottery numbers will not help you this week. If it did, we'd all be rich. Okay? Wouldn't be having these videos or these conversations. Okay? It doesn't matter what the test asked you last time. It's going to be different this time. It doesn't matter what your friend told you he or she was asked yesterday. Your test tomorrow will be different. That's why we have 800 questions approximately in our material. Very state specific, every question, all 4 answer choices. Then we give you the correct answer, and below that we even give you the page number in your textbook where you can find it if you want to find more information. I mean, it cannot get much more simple than that. Okay? You can order our material at our website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Give us a call, 760-534-4434. We speak both English and Spanish. People can talk to you all the time. Now, a couple of more points I want to make. A couple of months ago, we posted a video, and in that video, we specifically talked about several contradictory questions in this newest version of the Milady Cosmetology book. And barbers, understand you will get questions from the Cosmetology book. Do not think you will not, because you will get questions from the Cosmetology book. Cosmetologists, you will get questions from the Barber book. And anyone who tells you different is wrong. I have no reason to lie about this to you, okay? You're going to get questions from books you didn't read. You're also going to get questions on the pivot point material, which most of you probably don't read. Okay? 2 months ago, we posted a video, again, discussing some contrary statements in this book. We asked you to call us, and we would try to explain to you, as best we could, what the actual correct answer on the test would be. Now, to date, we've received 0 phone calls. Now, we have a young man in our office, very clever at IT. I'm old, I'm not very clever at IT, but he is. And he shows me the statistics every day of how many people see our videos on the different channels, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the alphabet things out there, okay? What I see is that 500 or 600 people a day see our videos. Now, if 500 people a day heard or saw that with the free offer, okay, at the end of a month, that's what? Let me see, 15,000 people. Times 2 months is 30,000. 30,000 people heard that offer. If they bothered to read their textbook, they understand, because I even gave you the pages, and yet not one person took the time to call and possibly pass their test. Don't forget, you can fail your test by 1 point. Fail by 1 point, fail by 50 points. Fail is fail. Win is win. My grandfather used to say, what does it say on the diploma of the stupidest person that ever graduated from medical school? And I said, I don't know, what does it say? And he said, it says doctor. No one cares where you came in your class. They only want to know, did you pass or did you fail? Now, we offered to help you pass. 30,000 people heard that offer and no one called. I make you one more offer today. This video is going to post at 9 a.m. August 5th. That's Monday morning, 9 a.m. August 5th, 2024. That's Pacific time, noontime on the East Coast. We have a product called Easy Pass. It retails for $69.95. It prints out instantly, and then you have it immediately. It gives you, depending upon your state, 150, 160 of the most commonly asked questions on the Barber or Cosmetology exam. The question, the answer, the textbook page number. And for the next 24 hours, beginning Monday morning, I'm going to send this to you for free to the first 10 people that call us. Now, based upon past performance, I'm assuming that number will be 0. But if you really want to get a heads up and pass your test, give us a call. 760-534-4434. If your English is not all that you might hope it would be, and your Spanish is better, give us a call. 760-534-4434, or go online. www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Either way, get off the hamster wheel that the state has put you on. Stop going around and around and around in circles and giving the state your money every few months, giving me the PSI and Pearson VUE every few months. Keep the money in your pocket. Pass the test the next time you take it. Thank you so much. I hope to hear from you soon.